So we get asked all the time, how do you store your bottles? And well, it kind of depends on what we're doing. For instance, we have some that go into long-term storage, and those, well, they're just put in a cabinet underneath a counter, and it happens to be dark in there. But in reality, as long as they're not sitting in direct sunlight, they should be just fine. As you can tell, they're all mostly swing tops and screw-on caps. As long as you do things properly, they last for years this way. This is our 1 and 2 year storage for tastings. Just a quick little word about corks and wax seals and things like that. If you choose that you want to go that route, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not saying they're inferior in any way. It's just we tend to reuse our bottles over and over and over again, and it's just as easy to just use a swing top. However, knock yourself out. You want to use corks? You want to use bottle caps? Go for it. They're all perfectly valid ways of storing your brews. Another option for storage is the shelves that I have behind me. As you can see, we have lots of room on those shelves. And again, they're almost all swing tops. That's really my favorite way to store things. But if it's a non-carbonated beverage, screw caps work just fine too. I don't have any issue with that. And then, for those brews that, well, they might explode. Meaning we're carbonating, like, in natural carbonation. We have the bomb shelter, and that's where we keep all those bottles. It's just a plastic tub from Lowe's, and they all sit in there just in case anything untoward was to happen. That way nobody gets hurt, and the mess is kind of collected all in one area. So that's really the gist of how to store your brews. We don't do anything super spectacular. We don't keep them in the fridge unless we want them to be cold. We keep them at room temperature, keep the caps on, everything works out just fine. Usually we can get a couple of years. We've gotten 2 years out of several brews so far. We have some that are, I think I had a 4-year-old brew that we tested, and it was just fine. So you don't have to get crazy with the way you store things. Just, keep it simple. Usually works really, really well. And that's the basics of it. But if you have a system that works well for you, that's what you should do. Basically, it's kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't mess with perfection kind of thing. And I'm happy to hear how some of you store your brews. Tell me in the comments below, how do you do it? And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.